I never thought I would be in this position. It feels surreal. My grandparents left me their house when they passed away 3 years ago. They bypassed my older brother completely. And now I know why. My brother has always been the golden child. He is 32 now, I am 28. He never kept a job for more than a few months, always had some excuse. The boss was toxic, the commute was too long. My parents always bailed him out, always paid his rent. When my grandparents died, the will stated the house goes to me. My parents were furious. They demanded I sign it over to him. They said he needs it more. I said no, but I made a mistake. I felt guilty, so I let him move in rent-free. Just for 6 months, I told him, just to get back on his feet. That was 3 years ago. He turned the place into a nightmare. Trash everywhere. Holes in the walls. He changed the lock so I could not even check on the property. And he moved his girlfriend in, and her 3 dogs. The dogs ruined the original hardwood floors. The floors my grandfather installed himself. I tried talking to him. I tried being reasonable. He just laughed in my face, told me it is his house now because he lives there, and possession is 9/10 of the law. He actually said that. My parents backed him up. They told me to stop being greedy. I am single. I have a decent job, so apparently I do not need the house. Last month I hit my breaking point. The city sent me a fine. The yard was a hazard, old car parts, garbage bags. I drove over there. He refused to open the door, yelled at me through the window to get off his property. His property. I went straight to a lawyer. I started the formal eviction process, and I listed the house for sale. As is, I found an investor willing to buy it with the tenant inside, which means the new owner will handle the eviction. When the for sale sign went up, all hell broke loose. My phone blew up. 64 missed calls in 2 hours. My brother left voicemails screaming that I am ruining his life. His girlfriend texted me saying they are expecting a baby, and I am making them homeless. My parents called me a monster. They said I am dead to them. They demanded I give my brother half the money from the sale, half for destroying my house. I told them they can buy it from me if they want him to stay. They went quiet, then called me selfish again. I signed the papers yesterday. The sale is final next week. The new owner is a corporate landlord. They do not play games. They will have him out in 30 days. I feel a pit in my stomach, but I also feel relieved. Am I the bad guy here? You are absolutely not the bad guy. Let the corporate landlord deal with him. You gave him 3 years of free housing. That is tens of thousands of dollars in free rent. And how did he repay you? By destroying the place, by locking you out, by treating you like garbage. The audacity to demand half the sale money is insane. Your parents are just as bad. They enabled this behavior his whole life. Block all of them. Take the money, invest it, and live your life. Family does not mean you have to set yourself on fire to keep them warm. I completely agree. But I have to ask, why did you wait 3 years? I would have kicked him out the second he changed the locks. That is a massive red flag. And the dogs. Hardwood floors are expensive to fix. You should have sued him for the damages. But selling to an investor was a smart move. It gets the problem out of your hands. Just be prepared for the fallout. When he actually gets kicked out by the new owner, your parents will blame you. They will expect you to house him or pay for his new place. Do not give them a single dime. This right here. This is why I refuse to do business with family or rent to family. It always ends in a disaster. They always expect special treatment. And when you finally set a boundary, you are the villain. My sister did something similar to me with a car. I let her borrow it for a week. She kept it for 6 months, trashed the interior, got 3 parking tickets in my name, and cried to our mom when I took the keys back. Our mom told me I was being petty. Some people will never take responsibility. Your brother is a grown man. He needs to figure his own life out. Baby excuse is just manipulation. Wait, they are expecting a baby. That changes things a little bit. I mean, he is still wrong for destroying the house, but making a pregnant woman homeless is pretty harsh. Could you not have given them a little more time, maybe a formal 6-month notice? Selling it to a corporate landlord guarantees they will be out on the street fast. I know he abused your trust, but that is still your niece or nephew. I am not saying you should give him the house, But maybe there was a better way to handle it. Just my opinion. Ignore that last comment. A baby does not give you a free pass to be a parasite. In fact, it makes it worse. If he is about to be a father, he should be working 2 jobs to provide, not squatting in his younger brother's house. And let us be real. Is she actually pregnant? Or is that just a convenient excuse to make you feel guilty? People like this will say anything when they are cornered. Sell the house. Take a vacation. You earned it after dealing with that stress for 3 years. I am a lawyer, not your lawyer, but you did everything by the book. Once someone establishes tenancy, getting them out is a nightmare. Selling to a buyer who accepts the tenant is the cleanest way out for you. You transfer the liability. The new owner has the resources and the legal team to execute the eviction. Your brother played a stupid game and won a stupid prize. Block your parents' numbers. Block his number. Do not engage. Any communication should go through your lawyer if they try to sue you for part of the sale, though they have no legal standing anyway. The part that gets me is the parents. He needs it more. That is classic toxic parenting right there, punishing the responsible child to subsidize the irresponsible one. They created this monster. They taught him that rules do not apply to him, and that someone will always clean up his mess. You did not just evict your brother. You disrupted the entire family dynamic. You stopped playing your assigned role, the role of the silent, compliant bank. That is why they are so angry. They do not care about the house. They care that they can no longer control you. Honestly, I would have bought a front row seat to watch the new landlord kick him out. Corporate landlords do not care about your sob stories. They do not care about your parents yelling at them. They just serve the papers and bring the sheriff. It is going to be a rude awakening for him. He has never faced a real consequence in his life. 32 years old and acting like a spoiled teenager. Good for you for standing your ground. Do not let them guilt-trip you. You owe them absolutely nothing. I had a similar situation with my aunt. She moved into my mom's basement after her divorce, said it would be for 2 months. Stayed for 5 years. She contributed nothing to the bills, ate all the food, and complained about the noise when my mom watched TV in her own living room. It took a court order to get her out. Family entitlement is a real disease. They think blood ties mean they can treat you worse than a stranger. If a stranger did what your brother did, you would have called the cops. But because it is family, you are expected to take the abuse. No more. You did the right thing. I just want to know how the grandparents knew. They clearly saw this coming. They bypassed the parents and the older brother. They knew the older brother would ruin it. And they knew the parents would just give it to him. They trusted you to protect the asset. And you did. You liquidated it before he could destroy the foundation entirely. You honored their legacy by not letting it become a permanent dump. Use that money to build a great life for yourself. The whole possession is 9/10 of the law comment made me laugh out loud. Where do these people get their legal advice? Facebook memes? Living in a house you do not own does not magically transfer the deed to you, especially when you are not paying property taxes or insurance. He is going to find out real quick how the law actually works. The new owners will probably hit him with a bill for all the damages, too. The dogs ruining the hardwood floors alone is thousands of dollars. He is in for a world of hurt. Just be careful. People who are desperate can be dangerous. If he has keys, he might try to come after you, or your parents might show up at your work. Make sure you have cameras at your own place. Document every threat they send you. Save the texts, save the voicemails. If they escalate, file for a restraining order. This is not just family drama anymore. This is a financial dispute involving hundreds of thousands of dollars. People lose their minds over that kind of money. Protect yourself first. The fact that your parents told you to give him half the money is the cherry on top. Half the money for what? His contribution to lowering the property value. His expertise in hoarding garbage. They really think you owe him a reward for being a terrible person. It is mind-blowing. I hope you realize that this relationship is completely broken. And it is not your fault. You did not break it. They did. You just finally stopped paying the repair bill. I agree with the camera's suggestion. My cousin was evicted, and before he left, he poured concrete down the drains of the house, completely destroyed the plumbing, cost the owner 30 grand to fix. Your brother sounds petty enough to do something like that. The fact that you sold it as is with him inside was the smartest thing you could have possibly done. Let the new corporate owner deal with the concrete in the pipes. They have the insurance for it. You just wash your hands of the whole toxic mess. So what happens now? You have the money. You are free from the house. What is your next move? Honestly, if I were you, I would move to a different city, a fresh start, away from the parents, away from the brother. Just disappear and build your own life. You have a massive head start now financially. Do not let them find you and start begging for loans when he gets evicted, because you know they will. The second the sheriff locks him out, your parents are going to call you crying, asking for a temporary loan to get him an apartment. Do not answer that call. That is all for today. Thanks for listening to this mess. Let me know in the comments what you would have done in my shoes. Dealing with family is never easy. If you want to hear more stories like this, hit subscribe. Leave a like if you think I made the right call. See you in the next one.